Hi, Bernadette, the fragrance specialist, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that I saw and learned and observed during Cosmoprof 2025. So the first thing is the 3 key scent profiles, but this is something that I would say is global across the different brands, because there are some brands that are from Australia, from Europe, from China. These are some key observations from those brands. So the first one is, of course, still vanilla. Multiple expressions. There's some that are light, there are some that are very airy and for daily wear. There are also some that are more on the dense side, more syrupy. These ones are more for the luxury market. And then there are also some niche brands that are doing smoky vanillas. So that's the first scent profile. The second one is actually skin scents. Skin scents are making a comeback. I guess people are becoming tired of loud, very nuclear fragrances, and now they are craving for something that is more intimate. And I think this is also an influence of the Chinese culture as well as the Korean and Japanese perfumeries, which are putting out very skin-like scents, very muted, woody, musky fragrances. The scent profile really is your skin but better. And the last one I think is very strong in Asian launches, osmanthus. I've seen osmanthus in 2 Summer. There are also a couple of Chinese brands in the show that are doing osmanthus scent. So I think this is a key trend that we will be seeing more of. It's a cross between fruity, floral, and then tea-like scents. A little bit of insight for brand owners based on this observation is that global trends, they do give you the palette of ingredients that you can use, but it's really your decision to use your local culture to tell your own story. And based on what I've seen, the brands that are doing quite well and strong are the ones that stood out is because of their storytelling instead of just following trends. The second one is a pretty much technical aspect of perfumery that I didn't expect: nature and biotech. I know that you guys have already seen this, not just in cosmetics, but also in personal care products, but I am seeing the crossing to the fragrance market as well. More nature-derived molecules that are being used, replacing older synthetics. And I think naturals remain key in formulating fragrances, but the conversation is now shifting towards, sustainable sourcing and the cultural origin of it becoming a part of the story of the fragrance. One of the things that I also observed on this aspect is that the choice for materials is not the perfumer's decision anymore. It's really part of the marketing, it's really part of the branding already, and so it's part of the brand identity decision. Consumers want to know what you used and why you used it, as well as where it came from. Then the third thing is really, I think, the most exciting part for me. France is no longer the center of perfumery. It is just one of the many centers. Cosmoprof made it clear that there are other centers of perfumery in the world, and it's not just in Europe. So we have centers from South America, from China, from Thailand, from Korea, from Japan, and the Middle East. So what does this mean? Basically, for me, cross-cultural collaborations are increasing. Brands that are not really globalized are becoming globalized and becoming more available to consumers wherever they are in the world. And I think this is something that brand owners should be excited about, is that you do not need a Paris address to become credible. You just need a clear perspective and consistent quality with the products and the brand that you put out. And for Filipino brand owners and perfumers, this is something to be actually excited about, because now local will drive global. Before I end this, there's also one last thing. Competitive advantage is no longer scale. It's the clarity of your narrative. So the booths that I saw that actually caught my attention weren't the biggest and brightest. They were actually the ones who told the best story on who they were and why they exist. If you are planning to go into the perfumery industry or starting your own fragrance brand, then today the value chain has shifted significantly. There are so many suppliers, there are so many creators, but there are very few storytellers. So if you perfect that, if you get that nailed down, I'm sure that you will have a brand that will be successful. I'm gonna close out with this. Brands with storytelling discipline, their heritage, community, culture, ingredient provenance, they outperform even the biggest brands.